Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.
Hey, you guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It. How y'all doing tonight? How you doing, Mace?
I'm doing so and yourself. How's it going?
So it's been a week. It really has for me personally. It's been a week. It's actually been a quite busy, hectic time of the year. That's why we've been off for a while.
It has been a lot going on.
It's been a lot going on, but I wanted to get back into the swing of things and get back to what we was doing. We started the year off in February doing YouTube, so I did want to finish off doing what we was doing. So
yes, we got to get back into the swing of things because the drama is popping.
And you know I got some things to say. Thank you, LaShonda.
Hey, LaShonda. Hey, everybody who's watching. Hey, Nola.
And Cece was here.
Hey, Cece.
Anybody who is catching the replay, we appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And just stay tuned for all the ratchetry and the mess. So you got your drink together, Mace?
I got my drink. I got to just add liquor. I already mixed it up.
So you ain't got your drink ready.
My mango pineapple juice, Goya is going down.
All right. So while you making your drink, let's bring up the first thing.
Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Candace from the Real Housewives of Potomac, T.S. Madison, and also who else was in there? Erica Mena. They're on a new series that's on the All Black Network called Hush. And I watched the first episode. It was really good. It was really good. It's kind of soapy.
What's it about?
It's about I guess women.
It's a scripted show.
It's a scripted show. It's women who cheat on their husbands, and they're putting them up in like a penthouse suite where they could do their dirt. And it's a lady who's observing them, who's an author, who's writing a book and going to write it and use their stories anonymously. And it started off good, and I think it's going to be like a murder mystery. It's kind of Tyler Perry-esque. It's on All Black, the All Black Network, the All Black. And also they have another show that just premiered as well. It's called Wicked City. It's filmed in your city in Atlanta.
Everything filled out.
Yeah, everything's filled, but it's pretty good. It's about black witches that come together in a coven. Starring I love her, Vanessa Bell Calloway. Mm-hmm. I think she is so pretty. So it's pretty good.
Hey, Emma, thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, Emma. But when I saw Candace down to the thing having a threesome, I was like, Candace? Hey,
Candace. I'm going to hold off on my opinions on that. It just seemed real lowbrow.
It is a little budgety, but it's pretty good. It's giving me, remember like Eva show, about the strippers, the male strippers?
Yeah.
It's like in that room. It's pretty good. It's good. It's like, you see how hers is kind of filmed, kind of Tyler Perry-esque,
But it's a good storyline. It has a good storyline. Eva's show has a good plot.
Yeah, but this one has a good plot as well. It's pretty good.
But it has for a good Candace, plot. You're trying to break into the music industry and you're doing made for, DVD.
Yeah, I think, she's married and I think she gets presents for her husband, i.e. women, like because that's what the episode gave. And I think she's doing a little something on the side. So.
I might have to check it out, but I've never really heard of this network. It's called All Black.
It's All Black. It's usually on it's connected to the WeTV network because a lot of the WeTV shows go to there. As far as like T.S. Madison shows on All Black, TME and Waka Flocka, WeTV, Growing Up Hip Hop, and they're on All Black.
What about Braxton Family Values? Is that on there?
No, it didn't pop up, but the All Black Network, it's like on Prime. They have it on Prime. And
okay. I might check it out if I want to watch some low budget.
But watch it's pretty
good. I'll check it out.
For the budget they had, it's pretty good. And I like to see a T.S. Madison in there. She was in there. She's, she running the strip club and she got the hose. She could run the hose tight.
So she's basically the Uncle Clifford.
She's Uncle Clifford, but dressed like T.S.
Okay.
And she beating niggas down with bats. So check it out.
So first thing, since we're talking about Potomac, we were talking about Candace. Let's talk about Monique and her deciding not to return to Love and Marriage DC. She said it was because of a crooked contract. My thing is, wasn't you working with your bestie, Carlos King? Wasn't y'all besties and y'all was doing lives and stuff together and everything was all good over there? And now after one season, the contract is crooked. She said she would never sign a crooked contract again. Like, did you read it before you signed it? What happened?
I can't really believe the contract situation. I think it was just because as I watched the show, in my personal opinion, she wasn't a good fit for the show. It's like the show was supposed to be centered around her and Chris and her couple, but the other couples overpowers her. Like the two other couples that was on there, I liked them on the show, but I did not like Monique and Chris on the show because Monique came off really messy, like she was trying to everything, but it came off messy. And being that the show was, originally, I guess, centered around supposed to be for her, and for you to get booted out, it's kind of embarrassing. And for you to look back on the episodes and be like, damn, they don't see us. They see the other couples for this, and it's supposed to be about me. I don't want to do this anymore. I think that's why she backed out, because I think if it went down another way and her and Chris was portrayed in a different light and she was the center and the couples didn't overpower her the way they did, I think it would have been a different outcome.
I agree. I think that was the consensus. I think a lot of people did not like Monique on that show. I personally tried to watch it, but I fell off on it. It wasn't catching my interest. But even though I like Monique and I wanted to support her, I just had too much going on.
Yeah, I like Monique and I like her on Potomac, and I do want to see her on TV in some aspect. But that show was not the fit for her. Like, for her to be coming in and supposed to be the main couple, they overpowered her and they took over, and their storylines was better. Like, and I didn't want to see, and it seemed like you were just nagging Chris, and that may not be the case, but that's how you were portrayed on the show.
She always nagged Chris. She
does, but the way they on the show was really evident, and it was like, Monique, stop, because I wanted her and Winter to go. Like Monique, and I like Monique, and I was like, oh, please, Monique, I don't even want to see you in the scene. Like,
I think they needed more couples. I think they didn't have a lot of couples to choose from. It was only like 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think those two couples with their issues, they held it down. That controlling man and DJ Quick and the other one, just he wanted to tell her what to do. You could tell that he was giving a little bit of that energy. He was giving that energy. I don't know if that energy happens, but he was giving that. Like, I'm the boss. Like, and basically she was trying to come into her own. And I wanted to see more of their storyline. And Monique and Chris kind of fell to the wayside.
Well, they added a new couple already. So they already have the new couple ready to come in. So
as long as it's not Winter, her piece of hair cut out.
No, it's not Winter. They showed the couple. I don't know who they are, but I think maybe people in DC might know them. They might be local celebrities. So we'll see how it goes with them. Moving on from that, I did want to talk about Escape and all the shade that's been thrown lately.
The palm trees? Though that's not shade. They are throwing trees, leaves, branches up.
Let me go back to my comments because somebody said something poignant that I do want to bring up. But at the Soul Train Awards, which I didn't watch the whole awards because I stopped watching award shows a while ago. I watched the BET Awards and that's it. But from what I can gather, the performances at the Soul Train Awards was good. Every performer that I saw was sounding good and looking good. And Escape did perform. I think they were doing a tribute to Jermaine Dupri, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was for them because I didn't watch this awards fully as well. I did watch their part. They looked very hot. I thought somebody was going to like pass out with the fur vest because I'm like, whoa, they look real hot. But I think they did the little clips that I saw. They did a good job. It may have been like a so deaf, maybe.
Yeah, it might have been a so deaf thing.
But they did win an award as well. I think.
Who was getting on your nerves? Oh, I think you're talking about Monique.
Hey,
Monique
Cleo.
was getting on Cleo's nerves. Monique come back to another show. I would want Monique to come back to Potomac. I think she needs to shake it up. I think she need to get a Green Eyed Devil some adversaries. Like I need Monique to team up with Candace.
In a perfect world, I would wish her and Candace would come together. Her, Candace, and Ashley and team up. Her, Candace, Ashley, and Wendy. And Karen? And kick it. But Cameron, we ain't going to say Karen because Karen doesn't pick a side. She's Surrey County.
Did you see the mid-season trailer, though?
Oh, I saw it. See, Surrey County. See, this is where the nut cracking comes out. She going to show you where she's from.
Y'all check out that mid-season trailer. Karen looks like she's clearing Robin, and she's also clearing Sharice.
That was giving some ratchet news. That's what my girl Cleo, because me and Cleo be cracking up in the DMs. But that was giving Suki when Suki, bop, 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 bop. It was giving bop, 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 bop. I think
that Saucy song.
Yeah, Saucy got to go on. I love everything. So don't say nothing bad about Saucy Santana. Don't say nothing bad about his BBL. Don't say nothing bad about the way he built. Don't say it. All right. Don't.
How he sweat all the time.
Don't say he just hot because he's overworking because that's the talent pouring out of his pores.
I don't think it's talent.
It's talent. That's talent dripping. That sweat is talent dripping. All right.
He's repetitive.
He's a celebrity. I'm a celeb. He's a celebrity. It's talent dripping.
He's an Instagram personality. Moving forward from that, we was talking about Escape. So during they got an award, and during the award, it appeared to me that Tiny threw a little bit of shade at Latasha. And I posed a question on Instagram, was that shade? Some people said, no, that wasn't shade. When Tiny was like, well, this is what I judge about.
I got to get a bigger glass because I think I'm going to need more liquor if it wasn't shade.
Because some people in the comments was like, oh, it wasn't shade, but I'm going to show you how to detect shade. Because get the lessons from Shady B. This is how you detect shade. It's all about body language. So when Tiny got in between Latasha and she was pointing towards the other girls and she was saying, these are my girls. I love y'all. And then she looked over at Latasha, just looked at it like, I don't know how you not think that is shade.
That was a palm tree. That was a log. That was some branches. That was a couple of leaves. That was giving the trees in the wilderness when you watch Naked and Afraid that they build a whole hut with. She built a whole tree house with the shade that she threw. She squeezed her little. Mm-hmm. She walked up, like an elf, and squeezed in there and was like, "Cause I love my, I gotta get real nasal. I love my girls. I'm a girl.
That is what she told.
I have to get real nasal." Cause she's like, my girls, and then turned around. She turned.
And looked at her up and down.
I was like, at Latoka was sitting over there.
So
Latoka was sitting over there looking like a bear, and like I'm like, oh my God.
But I think Latasha has this almighty type of thing. Like she's like a Dr. Jackie. Like I think I'm, above it. I'm the lead singer. You can't do it without me.
But girl, obviously you are not the lead. That's the point. Like
she is the lead singer though.
But no, she's not. Do you know why she's not the lead singer? She's not the lead singer, even though she may have the best voice in the group. Mm-hmm. In Escape, there is no lead singer, because if it was a lead singer like Beyonce's the lead singer, Beyonce can
consider her to be the lead because she
no. See, this is why I'm going to explain the difference. Beyonce is the lead singer because Beyonce went out and sold albums by herself. That's what leads do. Leads, if you're the lead, you can go off without the group. Like Beyonce went off without the group. And still without the group, Latoka cannot make it without Escape. You understand what I'm saying?
None of them can, honestly, musically, except for,
it's like you don't got it. And like with you being a lead singer, you have to have the all-around package. Like she may have the throat and the jugglers and the voice for it, but the rest of the package is not building, girl.
Are you saying the face and the body isn't?
I don't know about the face and the body because she's an attractive woman. I don't think she's unattractive, but I think some people don't have it. Like some people have it, she don't have it. Like even though she can sing and she can sing a house down, like she has a beautiful voice, but you don't have it. You don't have that it factor that would carry you alone. You can't stand solo dolo, and that's what a lead can do, and you cannot do that. You need that group. Like you see, her sister jumped on board. Her sister, like if your own sister is a part of my girls, you know what I'm saying? Like how your sister is a part of my girls. And
she just want to make money. At the end of the day,
like, damn that, I'm not gonna go with you again with I rode with you last time on this bullshit, and I ended up, messed up. I could have been with Tiny and Candy and them, but I ain't messing with you this time, and I don't blame her. She has a family to take care of, but you living on your hoop dreams. She was one of them people that could sing, and they were singing in the mirror and singing in the bathroom, and their parents told them, "You're gonna be great," but you're not. It's the real world. Like no one's checking for you, Latoka.
Apparently, some of the drama is because of Latasha's husband. Apparently, he's been getting into it with promoters, and allegedly, he has a baby on the way with his longtime mistress.
But I don't know about that mistress situation. I don't know. I really don't. That's kind of iffy. That's kind of shady. It's kind of weird. Because girl, even she's lying. But this is when a woman don't tell their man to get a job. Go get a real job. Don't manage me because you're ruining my shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times
managing her since R&B diva days.
But we see where this has gotten her. Don't be a Wendy girl. And we see who she runs with. She does run with Kevin Hunter. She is a part of Kevin Hunter's publishing group.
Wow.
And you see where my husband managing me got Wendy in her foot.
And sidetrack on Wendy, I saw a clip of her walking down the street.
You see that foot?
And
she stands on it. Girl, get a wheelchair.
It looks like she's losing her sight because it looks like she can't see because when she's walking down the street, she's always grabbing. She was grabbing a stranger, just anything.
No, but she says that. She's been saying that for a long time. Like if you watch her show and you're a fan of her show, she always says when she walk, being that she's so tall, she has to grab and lean on people. Like she'll grab anybody.
It wasn't like that. It was like she couldn't see.
No, but I understand what you're saying. But she has always expressed that she will grab and hold on to someone because she feels off kiltered when she walked. But now with that gray foot and that fraudulent foot sitting there, I know. No, for real, that foot was gray. You saw the foot. Y'all saw the foot. The foot looked like it needed. Cut the foot. At this point, I want her walking around a peg. I don't want her on that foot.
But it's not gangrene where it would need to be cut, like amputated. Like
it don't have no feeling in it. She said it. She said it doesn't have any feeling in it, but I stand on it. They want me to. I stand on it. I stand up. That was her word. She was like, She said, I stand up. No, sit down. Sit down. Work out some plans because that fraudulent foot is fucking you up, and you don't know what type of infection could be coming up to the foot, raising up to the calf, going to the knee, up into the glutes. Like like it's a lot going on with that foot. And I know she said she suffers from lymphedema, and and a lot of people suffer from lymphedema. We have Rosie O'Donnell, I believe, it's up in her shoulder area.
I don't care about Rosie.
Rosie O'Donnell has lymphedema, and that's why her shoulders is real woof.
But
and
she always been big.
Yeah, but it was from the lymphedema. She probably lived her life with buff shoulders and didn't know it was lymphedema.
Not buff shoulders.
Real buff, real quarterbackish. And also the other lady from Misery, the Caucasian lady from Misery, she suffers from lymphedema as well. You see her and Rosie is shaped up the same. Like it's real Frankenstein, like but that's lymphedema.
But Rosie always been a butterball. She always been a butterball.
But maybe that's the shape of lymphedema.
It could be the shape of lymphedema or the shape of fried foods. Just eat whatever you want to eat at any time of the day. Multiple snacks.
What's her name? Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates. She suffers from lymphedema as well. And if you look at Kathy Bates' shoulders and Rosie's shoulders, they look identical. So, but Wendy has it in her leg and obviously in her foot. And but Kevin's out here. Kevin wants them to give her money.
He still is trying to get more money out of her because I think his payment stopped. And then he's trying to get them back reinstated. I don't know what happened with her Wells Fargo's case because I haven't heard anything else about it.
Well, the last I was heard about it was her son was her I guess her son was in charge of that. As far as that was the last
in a while.
That's the last I heard. But as far as right now, he's fighting for her to get her money that the studio owes her. Like they owe her.
I mean, I just want her to have the money that was in her account. Let her have that money. That's her money.
But they have to understand, Kevin's her partner. So Kevin is going to have her best interest because her best interest is his best interest.
Not
regardless if they're together or not.
He just at that out.
Well, Latoka, take a look at Wendy. Take a long, hard at Wendy. Look at Wendy and her foot.
We wish them the best, but they decided they're going to move on as a trio and start
as they should. As they should.
What happened? And that was the day after the Soul Train footage was released. So,
well, they said it was a little tea behind that. They said that Rocky, Latoka's husband, allegedly he brought a promoter to the table. And at first they didn't want to go with the promoter, but then they decided to go with the promoter, and then the promoter had ended up threatening her husband, so she felt some type of way, like this man is threatening my husband, and y'all gonna have my back or not? And they were like, well, look, we rolling with the promoter, and she was like, well, if you're gonna roll with the promoter, you're not gonna roll with Latoka.
Well, it depends on what happened in the situation. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And
the point is, your husband needs to get out your business. Like that's the whole point, because when stuff get like that, it gets personal. It gets real personal. Even though you try to keep it professional, you try to keep, take off your manager hat and stuff like that, it gets personal. And you're going to try to protect your wife, not even your client. You're going to protect your wife at all costs.
Do not let personal mess up your bag. It's so many, in my job personally, there's so many times where I could have went off, but because of the bag, that I'm trying to get, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let somebody.
But this is why you probably wouldn't be managing your significant other or something like that, because it starts to get personal, because it's like your mother. No amount of money is going to make you not defend your mother. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not going to be about the bag anymore. It's going to be about, hey, Shar, it's not going to be about the bag anymore. It's going to be about my mama. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you disrespecting my mother, or you disrespecting my wife. It's not going to be like, let me hold my composure, where someone else that's stepping in as a management can hold that composure because they don't have that intimate attachment to that person.
I agree. I do think that when you're in a relationship, it does put a strain on things. And I think the artist doesn't get everything that they need because the manager is sticking with their husband or wife hat instead of the manager hat.
Because you're going to think with your heart, because it's like at the end of the day, this is my wife. This is somebody who I'm going to protect. So even if I don't think one thing is right, or if it's something, it's going to be, I'm going to be digging in. I don't want this. I don't want this. And And the wife is probably sitting there. She probably like, Mama, I just want to sing. You know, Mama, I want to sing. And he like, you can't sing yet because we need to get, you know. And plus, he's looking out for him too because he needs to get paid. So he's getting a percentage. So I'm gonna need you to get more because I need to get paid.
So we're gonna move on to the next love affair. We're gonna talk about Augusta, who is on Surreal Life currently. And Augusta just let it be known that he likes, you know, men, and he's in a relationship with a man right now currently.
He been letting be known. Hey, girl.
I don't know if he's the girl in the situation. I think he's doing the bending. I think he's doing the bending.
He's very much so versed. He's very much so versed.
No, did you see the boyfriend?
Yes, but the boyfriend is giving, you know.
The boyfriend is.
He's giving tilapia teas. He's definitely giving, you know. He's giving fresh fish. You know, he's giving
tilapia. Let me see.
He's giving all that. He's giving fresh fish, and he's cute. And he's giving face. He's giving all that. Both of them is some pretty boy. That's some pretty boy. Like, I wouldn't mind being in the middle of that sandwich.
So I guess it was on the show that he revealed that he's in this relationship. A lot of y'all was shocked and heartbroken, and
I wasn't.
Y'all was bringing Jada up like she didn't know, and all this other stuff. What I need y'all to know is the Smiths, all of them,
allegedly,
all of the Smiths are fluid.
Right. And I thought the real tea was going to be like, you know, not only did I have an entanglement with Jada, it was with Will too. That's what I thought. That's what I was waiting for. I was like,
I feel like Will had some type of benefit in the deal as well. You think this man was in there with his wife and he didn't have no benefits?
But I think Will live a whole nother life. I think Will has a girlfriend. I think Will has a separate life that he lives or whatever. And I think they're just, you know, partners and that they live separate lives. Like,
but for all of y'all calling Jada out and all this other stuff, Jada knew. All of them are fluid. They don't mind. It is that's their lifestyle. Does
anybody have the meme when they say Queen Latifah knew first? When Jada and it was on the red carpet and Queen Latifah was in the back? How the Queen was in the back.
So the picture on the left, I feel like August is doing the bending, you know.
This is very zesty. This is giving fashion. It's giving, like, I'm here for it.
He looks happy, so shout out to Augusta. I'm here
for it. And I'm glad that it wasn't too much, it wasn't a lot of backlash. People wasn't, you know, that I've seen that let him live his life. Like, love who you love.
I don't think there was backlash because number one, I don't think people were surprised. And number two, I don't think it's news when people come out. It's not news.
I know my aunt was probably upset. Robin. Because my aunt Robin loves herself some August Alsina. She was
you can still love him some August.
She loves some. She was like, what? Like, because you know, a lot of women get heartbroken when they find out, but girl, that's most of your men. So, but a lot of women get heartbroken when they find out a man is fluid or something like that. Oh my God, girl, you been messing with him anyway. Just keep on, like.
Just like Jada. Jada knew what it was. She knew that he liked some pickles every now and then, and then he might want some tilapia. You know, it just is what it is. I wish him all the best.
Yes, he was giving salzon, suche con frito. It was giving all the flavor, child, and I like it. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about something more serious, which is the Shanquella Robinson case. It's really hard to pin this case down simply because there's been so many lies told and there's so much information that is out there. Right now, I post what we have here is the Cabo 6. So it's a long story, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. So a group of friends, these friends, so-called friends, went on a trip to Cabo, Mexico. During this trip, there's a lot of things that are in question to me. But first, I guess there was some type of disagreement, argument after Shanquella seemed like she was in bed when the attack happened. That's what, and it's from what I am understanding is that she was sleeping and she likes to sleep naked. That's why she was naked during the attack, and that this manly, burly person over here in the middle. Dejanay Jackson, the burly one. The one who they thought was transgender.
And why her name had to be Dejanay? Like
Dejanay. No, it's Dejanay. That's what it looks
whatever. Like.
So Dejanay was the one on videos. This is how y'all are so stupid. Everything is on video. So yes, it's very heartbreaking because she really thought that these were her friends. You're going on vacation. You're going to another country that's corrupt. And so they basically the burly one, Dejanay, attacked this girl over what I still don't know what she was fighting her over. But you decided that you want to fight this girl, and at the end of the day, she ended up deceased. She was deceased by the end of the trip. Tell me why the Mexican authorities felt it was okay to release all of them, and they all came back to the United States. I feel that it was a cover-up. I feel like they were trying to cover up her death. I was also informed, allegedly, that Shanquella had some money on her, and that the police, when they came to investigate what was going on after the attack, took some of her money. The doctor allegedly lied on the doctor's note, but the autopsy says that she died of a neck injury. I'm summing it up, you guys. A neck injury and a spinal injury, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that Dejanay, she was trying to fight her. I don't think she meant to kill her, but she did.
But they said it was other video as well as the other young lady who came out. I believe her name is Winter. They said that she choke slammed her onto the bathroom.
I didn't see that video.
They said that the video is, well, allegedly, they said the video has been there and that this one had picked her up by choke slams her or something like that. And after she was choke slammed, she didn't move.
Choke slam, like, this is my thing. Why was y'all fighting? If I'm on vacation to have fun. I'm at the beach. I'm getting a drink.
But whatever happened, who knows, whatever happened in that situation, that young lady did not deserve to die, and to die like that, and to die amongst who she thought was her friends.
And then the guys who were there, they were videotaping it and egging it on.
This is going to be on the ID channel on Fatal Friends. This is going to be on Frenemies. This is going. I smell a Lifetime movie. This is horrible. What happened to this girl? And then to lie to her family and to sit in her mother's home allegedly after you know what happened to her, what really happened to her, and sit there and bring her luggage and you're sitting in my face like I don't know if I could wait for the Mexican authorities to handle this, because let's just say we would have been worried about the Cabo 6 because they would have started dropping one by one. Somebody would have been disappearing one by one because what was done to this young lady, and to imagine if you break your neck or any type of spinal injury, it's automatically feeling like you're underwater, but you're not, like you're drowning. Like basically, like this woman, and to sit there over and then to wait, probably wanted to stop. And you can see that she wasn't fighting back in the video that I saw, a little bit that I watched. This young lady was not fighting back.
She was probably too drunk to fight back.
And not even that if she was drunk, but they said that she's not a fighter. Like a lot of people that spoke out and friends and stuff said that she's not a fighter. And she probably, I know a lot of people like that won't fight back. That will just like, wait till it's over. Let me just end, like for it to end and for it to never end. Imagine just sitting there and someone's hitting on your friends who you thought was your friends. You out in another country. Like, was this a setup? What did you do? Because it seems like you got her out of her comfort zone. You got her away from her family. You got her away from her safe place to do this to her, to sit there and even fight her. Like, even if you wanted to fight her, like, what type of animals you was. You have to wait. If you about that life really like that, wait till we get back to the States. Wait till we get home and let's shoot the fair one. Wait till we get home. We overseas right now. And you know, they're saying that she paid for everything. Like you paid.
That's what I was saying. Allegedly, she paid for everything, and allegedly, she had a lot of money on her at the time. And
all of them, regardless what the Mexican authorities did after the fact, yeah, they're wrong in their own right. But the Cabo 6 right here, these people right here, all of them need to go down. Or every last one of them. I don't care if you wasn't in the room. I don't care if I didn't touch her. I didn't do anything. They'll all need to go down because this is a whole like conspiracy, and they need to go to a Mexican prison. Because the only reason they won't go to a Mexican prison if they would admit they conspired to do this before they went to Mexico. Because that's a loophole in the law. Like if they say that, okay, we plan to jump her in North Carolina. This was a plan from thing, then the states can take over the case because it was with intent. But they need to go to a Mexican prison.
So allegedly, Dejanay has been detained.
And so now they said that the parents and the mother, as last I heard, the mother said she didn't hear anything about any arrest. Like those are just
That's
rumors.
What I'm saying. Like that's why I say allegedly, because there's no police report to my knowledge. And you know, they're just saying she's been detained. So it's this aura of hush hush around this case. And everyone's mentioning jealousy. Yes, I thought jealousy too when I saw Dejanay's big burly face, and then I saw how pretty Shanquella was looking and how she had money and she was paying for everything. It does give off jealousy because the people in Cabo and the workers at the hotel thought Dejanay was transgender. I'm not lying. And when this case first broke out, I said there better not be no man being on a woman like that. But apparently she is a woman. Allegedly. So I don't know if she's still detained or what. Legally in the United States, you can't detain people here without an arrest warrant. And I don't know if she's going to be extradited to Mexico, if the U.S. government is...
Well, most likely she will. And the way I'm figuring with this case from, as far as now being that YouTube, and shout out to all the YouTubers that stayed on these people's neck, because I think without them, they wouldn't have got all this attention. But they're going to get probably extradited. And for the simple fact that Mexico, and they was at a tourist resort, that's a tourism, that's their highest form of income. This is going to have the Mexican authorities try to hang somebody over this, basically. You're going to be an example because this is how we make our money off tourism. And that if tourists come here and they're scared to come here because the Mexican authority, not that they're scared to come here because they're afraid that their friends are going to kill them. They're going to be scared to come there that if something happens, the Mexican authorities won't do anything. You understand? So why would I come to your country and spend my money and come here vacationing? And if something happens to me, you're going to cover up and not do anything.
But that's the government in Mexico. Y'all
right. So this is why they're going to make an example out of these, being that this case is so big and this case has so much traction on it. It's going to be examples to be made. So she better be getting ready to work. I don't know if she want to work for the cartel. Hands out to the cartel.
She going to be in somebody's jail. You need to watch some.
Well, you don't want to go because you want to watch. You better start watching Locked Up Abroad. Watch a lot of the ID channels. Watch a lot of how you can make shivs and how to make shanks with rocks and stuff like that. You better watch a lot of that, Dejanay, because they're going to be on your ass. There. And then your parents with the money, because in Mexican jails, because I watch a lot of Locked Up and Abroad, and I know a couple of Mexicans because I think I'm Mexican. But a lot of time when Americans go to jail in Mexico, the regular Mexican inmates, they threaten the American inmates, and they tell them your family got money because they think everybody in America has money because they think everybody lives better than they live. Like your family has to send us XYZ per week or per month, or else we're going to kill you in jail. So then they're on the phone, Mama, sell your ass. I don't care. Mama, send this $1,000 to such and such because if they don't, they're going to whip my, you know what I'm saying? So now the parents is in a pickle. Because a lot of times, if she didn't come from a place of means or families with money, you can't get that rescue money that's to keep these people off you. And they'll end up tearing you apart if your parents and your family don't get them funds for you. So it's a lot, and they deserve every bit of it. What they did to that girl,
who announced her new pregnancy.
Who? Who's pregnant?
The Cosby Show. She's
Keisha Knight Williams. Yeah, I see that she's pregnant with her second child.
He was on a few shows.
He's an actor. Yeah.
He was on there, and yeah, he's an actor, but I don't know his name. But y'all seen him. If y'all watch the shows,
he's on a lot of shows. He's one of those actors that's in everything but nothing. Like you always see him in every show. I think he was on For Better or Worse too with one of them Tyler Perry shows.
I think he was Scandal too. I want to say he was on Scandal.
No, he wasn't on Scandal. No, he wasn't. That wasn't him.
He wasn't on Scandal. Wasn't it a light skinned guy on the Scandal?
It was. I believe it. I don't think it was him. I see him always on the Tyler Perry movies, the Atlanta-based movies.
That type of circuit.
Yeah, he's always on them. Like he's a Terrence J. Like back in the day when you always like Terrence J. You was in this movie. Terrence J. was in every movie. But you never knew he was in it until later.
Because he's not the best actor. He's just there.
But he was in every movie. Every movie, like in the 90s, I'm looking back and I see Terrence J.
So shout out to Porsha, who recently got married to somebody else's ex-husband.
Shout out to the Gubadias. The Gubadias. Don't say nothing bad about the Gubadias either. Because that's how you steal a man. See, this is how you steal somebody's husband, child. You steal them, you give them some lotion, you polish them up, and you marry them. You marry them and you change 7 to 8 times in an outfit. You have him change 4 so he could look, all right, you know what I'm saying? But the Gubadias got it going on. I'm ready for the Gubadias reality show. You?
No, I don't like Porsha like that. I think she's trash, but I mean, she's pretty. Shout out to her for stealing somebody's husband. Hopefully, I think she's the 4th or 5th wife. What's her rotation number?
I think she may be the 5th. He's definitely giving that Simon that was on Martin that wanted to marry Pam. He's definitely giving those vibes. But I can't do nothing but love the Gubadias and I love Porsha because Porsha looked at that woman's floors in her apartment, like in her house. When Porsha went down to that woman's house, Porsha had an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Porsha is determined. Porsha is a visionary. Porsha is a go-getter, okay? This is what happened. When she saw Fallon's floors.
Not a silverback.
We're not gonna silverback shame. Is that
he always has to be overdone to look decent. Like if you just saw how he really looked.
Well, we don't want to see how he really looked. This is why Fallon could never. See, Porsha knew what to do with that man. Fallon ain't never cleaned him up like this. He ain't never had this many filters on his face when he was with Fallon.
Because Fallon wasn't famous.
No, because Fallon didn't want to do the work. Porsha is a hard worker.
She is a hard worker.
She know where the Underground Railroad went. She knew it went under. She is a hard worker.
She's a hard worker, all right. She know what.
She's the queen of Thailandia. Now she's the wife.
I mean, good for her. Shout out to her. Hopefully, what happened to the other wives does not happen to you. Hopefully, you can come out of this unscathed and maybe with a possible child, maybe secure the bag like Ashley did. Hopefully, you didn't sign a prenup. Hopefully, you didn't sign like a 360 deal. Hopefully, you'll be getting some type of money out of this. So,
I think at the end of the day, I think Simon is probably getting something out of Porsha. Who knows?
I know what he's getting out of Porsha.
Simon slick.
The same thing that she was giving to that stripper on the season before she met her husband. That's what he getting.
She was just trying to make sure things was good for him. She was just trying, because you know what they say about, African men. So she needed Bolo to loosen things up before she go in for the kill. Like he had to loosen
You think?
I don't know, girl. I'm trying to make excuses for you.
Silverback is doing more than Bolo? Is that what you're saying?
It could be.
It's possible.
With a last name Gubadia. With a last name Gubadia, you better be bodying people. Gubadia.
Not really. If you got the money, you don't got to body nobody. If you got the money, you can do what you want to do.
Porsha's going to make sure that she make him feel good. In the words of Halle Berry, to keep everything flowing. She's gonna rub on him. She's gonna put filters on him. She's gonna lotion him. And this is something that Fallon never did and could never. And this is why Porsha is the best husband thief out right now.
She didn't really want to own up to her stuff. Like, if she was the best, she would own it. She got with this lady husband and then tried to skip out the next season of Housewives because you didn't want the backlash. You didn't want Kenya coming after you or the other ladies having anything to say. So you kind of backed out. And to me, that's cowardly. I didn't like that.
She said she had to back out. She moonwalked to the money.
So shout out to her, that man stealing woman. Y'all watch your husbands because she had to get him.
She can't come around my block. And Porsha, I need my alerts to go off when Porsha land in New York. When Porsha land in LaGuardia or JFK, I need an alert to go off. Like, you stay your ass in the house. Yeah. Porsha's out. Don't go outside. I think she's gonna be with this husband, but watch in a couple years, she's gonna be crying on social media, saying that she feels unappreciated. Probably so. And then, and you know what, Porsha, you got to watch out. Simon's an old Gemini. We're very sneaky, and we're not in relationships. Like, we like to have our fun. Like, we're like, especially if he's a fun one, and especially a male, like, it's hard to really tame us because we like variety of stuff. Like, we get bored so quick. Like, we got to keep changing. And that's probably why he has so many wives, because we do tend to get bored, especially if
I think that's his culture. That's his culture, and he has money. So
I think he gets bored easily. But you could tell Simon likes to have a good time. According to the girl that he was dating, that he was allegedly buying the yayo for, the white girl for, yeah, the car and stuff. She said that he likes to have a good time.
I'm sure he does. A lot of rich men do like to have extracurricular activity. Work hard, play hard. Isn't that how it goes?
Right, but Porsha can't come on my block.
So the next thing we're going to talk really quickly, I don't like the Kardashians like that, but we're going to talk about Kim for a minute because, the whole Balenciaga saga happened. And if you don't know what happened with Balenciaga, they released a photo shoot of, it was kids and teddy bears, but the teddy bears were wearing this S&M bondage type of stuff. And it was produced and let out by Balenciaga.
But that wasn't even the only thing. They not only were the kids wearing the teddy bears that the kids was holding wearing this bondage, they were standing on top of stacks of papers, which ended up to be documents, which was a court case that allowed loopholes to whereas petties can get some type of child porno. Mm-hmm. And so that was really telling. Like, you have these kids standing up holding these bears dressed in BDSM.
Yeah.
And you standing on top of these documents. Like, what type of freak are you? And you saw the ladies who's behind Balenciaga, they look like they look all weird.
They're always pushing it, and they're always doing something. If it's not,
thank God for my girl Candace Owens. Like, people don't like Candace Owens, but Candace Owens be telling you the truth. Mm-hmm. And Candace Owens said what she said, and like she said, Kim is not going to condemn this. She's not going to come out.
But first, why are we looking to Kim to be a martyr for what's right and what's wrong?
I think they were saying that because being that she reps the brand. And that she was so quick to condemn her ex-husband and her children, her father, for some statements that he said that wasn't wrong. I don't think the statements that he said, in my opinion, wasn't wrong. He said the truth. Like, who runs all these companies? Who's behind all these things? And now you sitting, I stand with the jazz. You know what I'm saying? Going against your thing, but now go against these people since you want to be the spokesperson. and you're the spokesperson for things for right and wrong. Because obviously
you are. Thinks, though, do we care what she thinks? Why is it such a big deal?
But I don't think we care, because I sure don't care what Kim thinks. But I think a lot of other people do, and that her voice, we have to admit, her whole voice, that voice of the whore, speaks volumes to a lot of people. She is one of the trendsetters. This is why she is one of the faces. This is why she does have all these brand deals, because people pay attention to what Kim says and does. So therefore, being that you have so much, all this influence, and you're so influential, girl, and you always sitting there trying to say what's right, and oh my God, we stand with the Jews. Kanye's so wrong. If you're doing all that, speak out for something that you're representing. Because you have children, but you want little North sitting there holding a thing that's tied up like this.
Shifting the blame. Why are y'all making it about Kim? It needs to be about Balenciaga and them trying to sue the photographer for something that they produced, they paid for, and
but this is what they do. This is what people of money do, because they have to sit there and pretend that they're, oh my God, it wasn't us. It was the photographer. We're going to sue them because they were bad. It's the same thing like with Kyrie with the situation. He made a post. Mm-hmm. You want him to apologize. You want him to explain himself for posting something, but you don't want Jeff Bezos to explain himself for putting it on his platform. You don't want Amazon that's playing it, that you could go to Amazon right now, click and watch it, to explain their self for putting it on the platform. But you want this black man, you want to sit there and hound him down and tell him, oh, you got to apologize. And why? Because when I saw that interview after the game, I was watching the basketball game, and they was questioning him like that. He's like, well, don't you feel sorry? What do you have to say? Why? Like, what are you doing? Like, he just made a post. If it's something that he watched and found interesting and posted, but why you're not going after the people who made it?
Yeah.
You can't, because it was true. Figure. It was all true. You can't combat the truth with bullcrap, and that's what you were doing.
As a public figure, you do have to pay attention to what you say, especially if your coin is attached to your brand and attached to what people may think. And
this is what I think Kanye was trying to say. Say that. Don't sit there and pretend that this is not true. Like you said, being that you're a public figure and you sign these contracts with certain people and certain deals, you know better than to say certain things. You understand? Or you shouldn't say certain things, or you can't say certain things. But they're saying, no, we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing, but you are. Mm-hmm. Just say, look, if you sign to my thing, you can't say this about my people, period. And this is why I said black people never get anywhere as a whole, because we don't stick together.
We don't, and then the world doesn't care when black people are disenfranchised. When Gucci did the racist stuff, y'all got mad for like a day or so, and then y'all let that stuff go. When Gucci put that boy in the monkey shirt, y'all got mad for a little bit, and then y'all let it go, and then y'all start buying Gucci bags again. And
it's so sad. And I hate that Kanye made this 360 change, like he said, because he said one of the phrases in his songs from College Dropout, when it all falls down, they make us hate ourselves and love their wealth. You understand? And that is and this is so true. With the Gucci's and all this Pradas and all that stuff like that, they make us hate ourselves and love their wealth. Because we want to ascertain that, because
that's Gucci what y'all want.
That's it. But Gucci, I'm saying overall, in general, in the general consensus, Gucci, when you have Gucci and you have Prada and you have Hermes and you have all these things, it's a sign of status. It's a symbol of mama, I made it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's giving. You know what I'm saying? It's giving, I made it. And so we want to feel like we're up there and we made it. So no matter how, like Gucci, like you said, they put this boy in the monkey and did all this. But you know what? We're going to get mad because wait, they shouldn't have done that. But wait a minute. I got to feel like I'm of status. I got to feel like I'm somebody. I got to grab my Chanel glasses and put my Chanel glasses right back on, because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm one of them. It makes me feel like I fit in.
That's where self-esteem comes into play.
Right. And this is what I'm saying with the public and making it's a sign of affluence. This is why you have to know yourself. And this is one of the things that I like about Kaya. She's not worried about all that Gucci, Poochie, and all that stuff. She's gonna go down to her kitchen and sew something together. You know what I'm saying? And put something on and gonna look good and try to look and not worry about the thing. You gotta find that middle. Like you gotta find that where that's not important to you. That's not a sign of status. Who you are as a character is your sign of status to me. Like,
but y'all are living in this superficial world where everything is on social media, and we got to prove to people, you know, how much money we have. Back to the Balenciaga thing, I do feel like it was very inappropriate, but I also feel like those major fashion companies also try it all the time. If it's not racial, it's like they're pushing boundaries on a different level over here, and it's not all art. So it's really disgusting that you will have this catered to children and have the kids in the picture with the bondage. It was inappropriate, and it was.
But they need to Hollywood and all this stuff. It's a whole bunch of creepy, crazy things that ask Drew Barrymore. Like Drew Barrymore should not have been sitting in studio. She should not have been laid on a couch in Studio 51. At the age of 10. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on. Like who could really probably talk a lot to those Drew Barrymores, Charlie Sheens, and all that and stuff like it's a lot of them. The Coreys, those Coreys, like one of them I believe died.
Also let's speak on Takeoff. Takeoff, we didn't get a chance to cover this. He died a little while ago. He was accidentally shot in a scuffle regarding a dice game, I believe.
Well, we don't know if it was accidental, allegedly.
But two men, I read before we went live that 2 men were arrested in connection with that case.
Yeah, see, that Cam, the Cam, the one they were calling Yellow Hoodie.
But there was one guy that they were showing that was like a teenager. So I don't know if he was.
Yeah, that's Cam. The guy, his name is Cam, I believe.
But how was he even in the circle? How was he even around? Like,
yeah, Little Cam of Fifth Ward and Patrick Clark.
So they have been arrested in connection with that shooting, and which was tragic. Which you know, I'm tired of seeing us on the news for losing our lives for stupid stuff. I'm tired. When I see it, I scroll past it. It's really sad.
And it is so sad because I'm not a big fan. I'm not a Migos fan. Like they may have like a couple of, songs I may bop to or whatever like that. I wasn't really like, no. But like a lot of what the people say about him, like how he was so quiet. He was, by himself. He was like basically a good guy. It was like no one that had anything negative to say about him. And it's so sad that he tragically.
That's always the one that gets shot. It's always like an innocent person, like a child.
Yes, and I feel so bad. Every time a Gemini leaves the world, he was a fellow Gemini.
But he was the most laid back, and he really didn't cause any problems.
Yeah, he just seemed always standoffish because I forgot he was even in the group. I'm like, take where? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you always hear about the Offset and the Quavo, and they say it's the third member.
They sound similar. They have a similar sound, actually. They've been, to me.
They all all the same. They say, he was, like a lot of the mastermind behind a lot of the music. He was one of the, he wanted put the group together, and it's just so sad. But Cardi B did, one of the white comedians said something slick about Cardi B posting a video of Offset rapping. I forgot
they said.
The comedian's name. It was a white comedian. I forgot her name. But basically she said, with all the tragedy and all the death, why is he still rapping about gun violence or whatever like that? Like, white lady, mind your business.
But I do feel like it's a trap set up by the enemy for us to get into this gang culture and all this glorifying all this bull crap.
Of course it is.
So these are the two suspects in the case, and one of them is getting bended. I could bet you one on the right is getting bended in jail. So we gonna keep an eye on this case.
It's just like, ew, the unattractive is always so angry. Like the unattractive, this is why I don't want to be around, don't be around unattractive, because unattractive people are angry.
Jealous. And
they can pop off at any moment, because they be so angry. They will look at you, just get angry. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know, and it's just sad. It's just all around sad.
Because he didn't have to lose his life. And
it's just really sad.
So with that being said, do you have anything else to say before we wrap things up?
Nothing much. I think we about covered a lot of the topics, but it's just really sad. This death is just horrible.
Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. We are gonna be back on Tuesday on CC's channel. I believe if we're not on CC's, we're gonna be on Princess's channel for our Potomac review. Check out the Potomac mid-season trailer. Karen is giving me everything I need. So far, Karen's been kind of even keel, but I want Karen to pop off she did.
Karen gonna show. Karen gonna show out when they break up. They gonna break up that man that she's allegedly, creeping off.
What? So what if she messing with somebody? Does it affect you? So does it affect your life?
They are crazy. I want somebody to get it. Oh, wait, but did we speak real quick? Did anybody get into Mia mother putting the curse on Wendy mother putting the curse on?
Yeah, I saw Wendy's post, Wendy's mom's post. I'm gonna read it from my phone so I can see it better. I can see it better on my phone than I can see it on the computer. But I don't want to read it for verbatim because I do think she actually did put a curse on Mia.
Yeah, it was given curse, but I didn't want to read it. Yeah, I didn't read it out loud.
I don't want to read it out loud, but y'all, Wendy's mom went in on Mia from House of Wives of Potomac, and basically it looks like she put a spell out on her with some juju.
Not a spell.
It looked like a spell, and I don't want to because it was a language I don't understand, so I don't. If I can't,
but she probably was speaking in Igbo or something. I think
she said. I'm gonna pick out some words. She was talking about holy fire. Hold on, Holy Ghost fire, and she was using words that I don't understand. And she was like, hold on, let me read it. She said, well, ugly inside and out, crater face, Mia, a bombastic, ignorant, nonsense.
Because I just hear it in her accent. I hate when I hear well, crater face.
Wannabe CEO, troublemaker, you've bitten more than you can chew, you mess with the wrong Nigel.
Yep.
Mama Bear assaulted my baby, Dr. Wendy, and then she started speaking another language.
But they got this is the thing. Like, you better stop messing around with people and especially people of foreign countries and stuff like that, because they got some strong. The Africans, Haitian, don't mess with no Haitian, don't mess with no Ash. They got strong ancestral. I'm saying because they got people that's over there in the root and the country, and they dig in the earth from over there, and if they run down over there in the graveyards over there and grab up that dirt from the root, that root will be stuck on you forever. It'd be hard to get off. You'll be trying to get it off for the rest of your life. You'll be walking around in circles trying to find out why you can't get your head together. But when you can't get your head together, because you put the root on you.
I think you letting the curse come in because you start your accent.
Yeah, because I'm very serious about that. I'm very serious about that. Don't play around because you don't know what people are into. You don't know what people are into. You have to say, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Language she was speaking, and then she was speaking different languages. She said Holy Ghost fire and all this other stuff.
If she kill a goat, if she have to cut a goat head off, you're over, you're dead, Mia. Your skin will never heal. You'll be crater face for the rest of your life. You have a crater face.
I think this might be, but also Mia was threatening to leave Potomac, but I don't think she's gonna leave unless they make
I want her going and I want Robin going. But I don't blame Wendy mother for going up, digging up the spirits and putting a curse on Mia, because Mia was there. Because if I was watching, because I wanted to jump through the TV and defend Wendy. I wanted to help her out. Like, oh, move, Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the way Wendy was ducking and, and to see your child like that, because you never stop being a mother. No matter how old your child gets, you're still always in protection mode. And for her to watch that and watch her daughter, on TV be assaulted by this Bigfoot monster, I think I'd have been in my spell book too.
We will have to keep an eye out on what happens with Mia. We'll see what happens. She already lost a business. So
I don't know, but if she lose a leg,
so we'll keep an eye out on it. And I want to thank everybody who was here. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Yvette, Rochelle, Nola.
Yes, Cleo was here. CC. Yes, thank everybody for coming out, hanging out with us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check us out on Tuesdays with the Real Housewives of Potomac review with our rotating panel.
Yes. And we'll bring you more stuff on this channel as well. Stay tuned. I think we're going to do a year-end video to wrap the whole year up.
Yeah, and we got to start coming with little clips. Like, even if we come up here and do a little 10-minute clips, we got to start doing a little 10-minute clips.
We're going to start releasing it slow. I think we should do like a video and just release, a little bit of it each time.
Just a little bit of time, just to keep the people interested, because people are so fickle. They get bored. They be like, we ain't waiting a Friday, child.
But y'all make sure everybody who's catching the replay, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all the love, and we will see y'all again on Tuesday. Y'all be safe.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.